I've never really been the type to worry about travel insurance. In fact, I thought it was one of those things people throw money at but never really use. I go on my trips, have fun, take pictures, and never think about what could go wrong. Until one day, something happened that completely changed my perspective. It started as a typical morning in Rome. I was exploring a quiet little neighborhood, sipping espresso at a small cafe, when I suddenly felt off. Like my stomach didn't feel right and I was getting dizzy, but I tried to brush it off. I mean, who wouldn't be a little disoriented after flying halfway across the world, right? But it didn't go away. In fact, it started getting worse. I felt like I was going to pass out and my vision started blurring. Panic started creeping in. I tried to breathe and calm myself, but I couldn't shake this overwhelming fear that something was seriously wrong. I'd never felt like this before. I knew I needed help, but I didn't know what to do or where to go. I was in a foreign country, alone, and suddenly everything felt overwhelming. I don't know if you've ever been in that kind of situation, but when you're miles away from home and your body starts betraying you, it's terrifying. I went straight to the nearest hospital, and when I got there, I was hit with the reality that I didn't know how I was going to afford the treatment. I didn't know if insurance would even cover something like this overseas. I just remember sitting there, feeling helpless, trying to figure out what was happening to me and how I was going to pay for it. But then, something happened that I'll never forget. The hospital staff asked if I had travel insurance, and I mentioned, almost out of habit, that I'd purchased it before the trip. They looked at me and said something that was like a weight being lifted off my chest. "You're covered." I almost didn't believe it. The next few hours were a blur, but I'm forever grateful I didn't have to worry about how I was going to pay for it all. The insurance took care of everything, from the medical bills to transportation back to my hotel. It wasn't just a lifesaver. It was a game changer. I don't think I would have had the courage to seek treatment if I was still stuck in that mindset that travel insurance is just some extra thing I didn't need. It wasn't just about the medical coverage, though. It was the peace of mind. Knowing that I could focus on getting better instead of stressing over what I'd do if I couldn't pay for the care I needed. It's hard to explain just how powerful that feeling was, but I know now that I'll never travel again without it. And I'll be honest, the whole process of claiming, dealing with everything, it was smooth. I didn't have to jump through hoops. The insurance didn't just feel like a piece of paper, it felt like a genuine safety net I could trust. So here's the thing. If you're like I was, someone who thinks travel insurance is optional or not really needed, I can't stress enough how wrong that mindset is. You never know what could happen when you're on the other side of the world. And trust me, you don't want to be stuck in a foreign hospital, dealing with a health scare and worrying about paying for it. Now, I always get insurance before I book a flight. I know it's a small step, but it's made all the difference for me. If you're still not sure where to start, I've been using Aura's to insure, and it's been a complete game changer for me. It's not some fancy pitch, it's just a solid, reliable option I use every time I travel. No hassle, no crazy paperwork, just peace of mind. I really recommend checking it out if you're planning your next trip. Trust me, it's a little thing that makes a huge difference.